So now actually we are done with like an integration, right? It's like an introduction and all. So integration is nothing but communicating within two applications, right? And then what we discussed, like types of integration. So we have like an two types, inbound and outbound. Inbound and outbound. And then later we discussed like in web services as well. So web service is nothing but this is like a mediator or channel to carry the information from it's like in one application to another application. Okay, so here we are going to use like an REST API, and so we can, one second. So and lot more LDAP is there, okay, and then Zira, some kind of it's like an single sign-on integration. All these things is available, but it's like most of the clients is referring only the REST API, and very few clients will refer like an SOAP API. Okay, I'll tell you why. What's the difference between REST and SOAP as well? Okay, next, we discuss like in what is REST and how you are going to configure the prerequisites of endpoint, authentication, request body, response body. Okay, headers, all these kind of stuff. Also, we discussed in our real classes, right? And I discussed like an SOAP message as well, and we discussed like an Postman, right? So as of now, we are done with these kind of things. So now I'm going to show you like an project explanation of a integration. So what's the requirement I got? Okay, so how I have achieved, how I implemented all these things and all, I'm going to explain you now. Okay, so I'm going to share you like an, the project name is like an CIoT, commercial internet of things. And remember one thing, in your interview point of view, if someone asks about integration point of thing and all, so give all this stuff information, and later before that they will ask you like in what is the requirement you got and how you have achieved that. So this is a very frequent question which they are going to ask you when you mention integration there. Okay, so now I'm going to share you like an one of the requirement and implementation, also development steps as well, and testing, how we are going to test this, whether it is like an mm, received to the third party tool or not. Okay, so please concentrate on this. If you have any questions, please let me know at the same time. Okay, we can clear the question. So now I'm just going to tell you about whenever the requirement is it's like an we got from the client. Okay, they are going to provide like a document. Okay, in that document they are going to give like an total end-to-end requirement. It's like an what we need to do, what they are expecting from us. Okay, what is the prerequisites, what is the conditions, what kind of protocols which we just need to follow. Okay, these kind of stuff and all they are going to provide in a document. Okay, so this we just need to go to like in one by step process. Okay, basically our developers will won't go, so we'll go like an brief in, it's like an analysis point kind of thing will go actually. And moreover here BA will come into the picture, business analyst will come into the picture, and then sometimes no um, developers, architect also will be involved in this. Okay, so BA will go to the all the document and all from end to end. Okay, from starting to ending, so the document will be like this actually. So see here, so they are going to provide like in this kind of document with all the information regarding integration point of view. Not only for the integration, whatever the requirement might be, it might be like an ITSM kind of thing, asset management kind of thing, whatever it might be. Whenever you're going to start any kind of project, okay, so they are going to give like an all the document kind of information to you. So based on this information, we are going to start the development activity, right? So these BA what BA will do now, so he'll go to all the end-to-end requirement and they are going to discuss with the client as well. Okay, so after getting all the information from the client and from the document, so what they are going to do is like they are going to create one solution document actually. Okay, the solution document will be like this. Okay, let me show that as well. So see here, this is what like an we prepare, not the business analyst uh, prepare this one. So as I did this one actually. So bi-directional integration of CIOT. This is the requirement. It's like a project name. Okay, so this is like a high level architecture of CIOT. So Lenovo Instant Flow actually. So this is the high level kind of requirement. See what is the thing which they are going to ask now is nothing but this is a basic requirement. Okay, concentrate here. It is like an easy as well. So this is like an CIOT, commercial Internet of Things. Okay, this is a third party here, and service now is the one of the application which you are going to integrate. Now what we are doing, so this is like a communication between like an service now and then CIOT. So L is nothing but Lenovo service now. Okay, so the communication between like an CIOT and then Lenovo service now is nothing but an integration, right? So as we discussed like before, in between we are going to use like an web services. Okay, so it's like an to transfer the data from like an one service, one platform to, or else one application to another application. So we are going to use like an HTTP methods. Okay, request body, and then web services, all these things, right? So now here we use like an REST API. I'll tell you what is already we discussed, right, and what is REST API and all. Okay, here we use like an REST. Okay, so now we discussed like in post as well, right? What is post actually? So creating the any of the records, it's like in creating a, it might be incident, it might be any other thing, so something which you're going to create in a third party tool. Okay, then we are going to give like an you sorry, you are going to use like an post method. Okay, so what is put type? Put we discuss in like an put is nothing but an update. For update point of view, you are going to use this one. Put is nothing but if something the same record is existing in the CIOT, see the arrow mark is like from service now to CIOT. So now if the incident record is existing in the CIOT, what will happen? The request body which you are going to send it, okay, that will be getting update in a it's like a CIOT. Okay, if the record is not available in a CIOT when which is coming from the incident record, okay, from the service now, then it is going to create a new record. That is a functionality of a put actually. Okay, now see, incidents will be created in Lenovo whenever a device goes down in CIOT. So whenever a incident, what's the functionality is nothing but, let me tell you this first. So there in CIOT is nothing but a monitoring tool actually. Okay, monitoring tool. So they are going to maintain several servers, multiple servers they are going to maintain. Okay, so while maintaining these multiple servers, they are using like a monitoring tool. So this what the monitoring tool will do, so it will monitor the servers whether it is working fine or not. Okay, so as per the requirement or else as per the expectations, whether servers is running correct or not, or else whether servers is like an what can we say, working perfectly or not. Okay, so if suddenly if something went wrong, okay, so, or else in any server got down, or else it is not working properly, then what will happen? Automatically monitoring tool generate one alert. Okay, so based on alert, whenever alert generated in a CIOT monitoring tool, okay, automatically we just need to get the alert information. In this alert we'll get all the information like in what is the server name, okay, where the location of the server name, okay, all the stuff, all the information will be available in a alert. Okay, so whenever these alert got generated as a service now kind of thing, okay, we are going to capture. So service now is getting the alert data, okay, alert data, and we are going to create new incident in our service now. Okay, so this is the flow actually for the first requirement. Okay, so whenever CIOT server got down, one alert is generated. Okay, in that alert, lot of information will be available. Okay, this information is regarding like in server, which server got down. Okay, it's like in what is the serial number, and then what is the GUID of the server, or else what is the location of the server. Okay, what kind of devices are using internally, what breakdown, okay, all the information will be available in a alert information. Okay, so now, so we are going to get like an all the alert data. Okay, so ServiceNow is going to get the alert data, and we are creating new incident in ServiceNow. Okay, now after creating the ServiceNow, I'll show you that as well. So project kind of information, right? I'll show you the clear cut information. So whenever the alert got generated in the CIOT, we are going to create one incident in our service now, right? So I'll show you the exact kind of information which is available in a my project. Okay, so see here CIOT, this is the incidents actually. So they asked us like in to create like in one of the view. See, we have like in 7,772 records. It's like an incident records in our dev instance. Okay, if I open any of the record, okay, what will happen? So all the information of the server will be available. See, what is the location of the device? It is like an in UK one server got down. Okay, what is the product type? Monitored objects, sensors, and proximity. If I go down and see like in all the information will be available. See, properties and then part number and then mount location. Okay, so email id and then phone as well of a caller, and then see device information, all the device information is available in a description. Okay, if I go up, see here, what is the serial number of the device, it's like a server, and what is the device name, okay, device type, what is the model, what is the manufacturer. Okay, all the information will be available, and we are going to maintain this information, okay, all the data of a server in our service now. Okay, now we are handling this platform to a CIOT support team. Okay, now what the CIOT support team will do now, the server got down, right? They will work on the servers, what and all the servers got down. Okay, so let us assume that I'm like in support team. Okay, service provider team or else. Okay, so this support team will work on a servers, and they are going to resolve the issue. Okay, let's say example is like a breakdown of any hardware issue. Okay, so I belongs to like in service now second support team. Okay, so now service provider team, see here we have like an group called Lenovo services. Okay, so this is the one of the group actually. So they are going to work, this team, this group is going to work on the in the issues. Okay, and then what they are going to do, they are going to resolve the issue. They will then they will work on the server. Let's say example any hardware got broke. Okay, or else any kind of it's like any parts was misplaced or something. Okay, they are going to repair the thing. Okay, after repairing, what will happen, they are going to resolve the issue. And after resolving, what the thing will happen, the proper server will be available in a monitoring tool. It's like an CIOT. Okay, the breakdown thing which we are going to resolve the issue. So let's say example, the server was got repaired. Okay, it's not working properly, so they are rising one complaint through the alert. Okay, they are using our ServiceNow platform to maintain the incident data. It's like in this format. Okay, and later the ServiceNow team is going to work on, it's like in ServiceNow, it's not ServiceNow team here, so support team or a service provider team is going to work on like an incident records. Okay, it's nothing but tickets actually. After creating like an tickets, they are after working like on this, okay, they are going to resolve the issue. After resolving, what will happen, the server will work properly as expected. Okay, so now this process is nothing but repairing, kind of repairing the servers, or else making the servers it's like in the making the working of a servers properly. Okay, so this is the no kind of requirement which we got. So here when the service now came into the picture, see, this is the development activity which we just need to do. Okay, what we need to do, so through integration we just need to grab the information from the alert message. Okay, after grabbing, we need to maintain the data in our incident. Okay, here we are, they are going to give like in few of the conditions we use like an UI policies, right? So UI policy, if like customer name is this is what, okay, and then state should be like a this is what, and then incident login source is this might be like an based on the requirement. Okay, and then whenever the stages also, if it is like in progress, okay, then assignment group should be like this is what. So these kind of stuff and all we are going to manage. okay, by using like an admin concept, what and all we have discussed. Okay, see, we have like an SLS as well. See, we discussed like an SLA also, right? So in for this incident we are maintaining like in 40 hours. Okay, if the priority is like 5, the response SLA is like in 40 hours. Okay, so business time left is like in 1 day 15 hours, and business elapsed time is like a 3 minutes. Okay, this information will be available. Okay, even here we use like an ACLs as well. Okay, and what not? UI policy we used, dictionary we used, dictionary override we used, and creating the table also. This is what number, customer fields, all these things. We have added extra uh, kind of fields as well, right? Normal CIOT, normal incident will look like and somewhat different. So if we observe in our instance, okay, so the form kind of view is like a different, right? Let us compare. Okay, see, so here the view is different and here the view is different, na? Where is that? Yeah, see, compare these two. So here the view is different and here the view is different. Normally we have this is what actually before, but the requirement the client came up with like and even the view also they are going to uh, inform us. It's like and then they need these kind of fields and all. Okay, so in detail in device details we just need to use these fields as well, part number, properties. Okay, all these kind of information they need. Okay, so for that what we did, we have see alert details as well. Okay, one alert will generate, right? So we are going to maintain the alert details as well. See, alert ID, rule name, what when it is like an alert was generated. Okay, data stream and trigger value, these information we are going to maintain actually in a service now. Okay, so based on the requirement we are going to create like in sections. We discuss about sections as well, right? Sections, fields. Okay, so it's like a reference kind of thing, and then how we are going to mention all the kind of how we are going to maintain the stuff and all. Okay, we are going to do all these things. Okay, now this is what like in one of the requirement, right? So now we'll go for like an document now. So now you will get like a clear cut information now. See, so we are maintaining whenever CIOT information, it's like an servers got down. Okay, we are going to create one instant. Post is nothing but an create, right? So we are going to create like incident in our service now. Here see incident is got created. So this company solution contact central is the extra information which are going to maintain the data. That's it. We are not going to do anything based on these things. So even for company solution and contact also we are getting the data from the CIOT as well. Okay, so this will remain same, but mostly the incident records will be like an increasing day by day based on whenever the based on the alert information from a CIOT servers. Okay, so now this is what about like a post which I have told you. In a notepad I showed you, right? Creating the instance and all, maintaining, repairing, all these things, right? Now so they next they came up with like an another requirement, that is nothing but an put. So put is nothing but whenever incident state got changed. So we know about like in state, right? In progress, see, in progress, escalator, resolve, close. Whenever the state got changed in our service now, okay, they just need to get the information as well. So what's the information which they asked is nothing but what is the incident ID and what is the state got changed. Okay, for this incident ID, this state got changed is a requirement actually. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, let us discuss requirement point of view first, and I'll tell you like in what I did and how I have achieved. Okay, so this is the requirement actually. So whenever the state got changed in the incident, okay, we are going to send like an information to the CIOT, the incident ID with along with the state value as well, whether it is like an in progress, whether it is like an escalated or else resolved, closed, or whatever it might be. Okay, now see, CIOT platform will receive updates from Lenovo service now whenever state of the incident change. So this is the high level requirement. Okay, so the first thing is like an unidirectional integration, and this is like an bidirectional integration actually, because this is like a two-way communication, right? So this is like in one application, this is the one application. So communicating between two applications is nothing but an integration, right? So now we are done with this slide. We'll go for the next one. So see, high level process. So in high level process is nothing but CIOT is a post and Lenovo is like mm, Yeah, Lenovo is like input actually. So in post, what is the information? A CIOT monitoring system will create what and all I have discussed it before. Okay, that will be available here. So system will create instance in service now whenever device goes down. Okay, so this is the information, right, which we discussed. And state and number of the instant created are shared in a response. So we are going to share this in a response. Okay, type of authentication is like a generability dynamic. Okay, this we did it. I'll show you. Okay, now, ServiceNow will update the state of the incident in a CIOD whenever the state changes in Lenovo ServiceNow using incident number and key. Okay, this is what we are by using incident number, we are going to inform the CIOD that this incident state got changed. Okay, now ServiceNow will receive the acknowledgement in the response. Okay, we are going to send the request to them, and in return to us, we are going to receive the response, that a success response. Okay, if it is like an received successfully to the third party, we are going to get like a success response as well. I'll show you that as well. Okay, we'll go for the next one. Now see, configuration from Lenovo. So to achieve this one, what we need, what we just need to perform outbound REST message to trigger configure put API provided by CAOT. So outbound REST message we discussed, right? We have like an two types of integrations. One is like an inbound and one is like an outbound. So inbound is nothing but if you are receiving the request from a third party, then that is like an inbound. Okay, outbound is nothing but if you are sending the request to the third party, we are sending the information, right? We are sending the state and incident number, right? So that is what we need to create like an outbound REST message. Okay, to trigger the put API. Okay, here API is nothing but an endpoint. So authentication details we need to configure, that is like a normal, and business rules also we need to create here. Okay, so this business rule condition is nothing but whenever incident state is updated. Okay, now what we require, so what we need to get from what kind of information we required from the third party to perform these configurations. Okay, above points, if you want to perform this one now, you need these things. Okay, so whenever you are going to integrate with the third party tool, we discussed this, right? Endpoint and then authentication type. Okay, request and response, HTTP method, HTTP headers. Okay, all these things and all will be available for us, should be available for us from the third party tool. So from the CAOD, they are going to send this information in one document. Okay, so after getting this document, we can start the development. Fine. Now, so response from the CAOT. I got the response as a the before we discussed, right? See, endpoint, authentication, request, response. Okay, request body, response body, methods, and headers. See, so this is the endpoint which they have given for a put method. Here they mention like a method as well, and this is the endpoint actually. For this, and by using this endpoint, we are going to hit the third party tool. So we discussed, right, endpoint is just like an address kind of thing. Okay, if you have address only, we are going to land there. Okay, or else you are going to hit the third party. Okay, in the same manner, if the it's like an endpoint only, we are going to hit the third party as well. Okay, and the request body we discussed, right, only the incident number and only the state we are going to send it. Whenever this request body hit the third party, what will happen, we are sending the incident number along with the state as well. The state is like an open, close, escalated, whatever it might be. Why here the value 1 is there? Because we discussed already, right, in the first classes, starting classes. So it is like a choice field, we will get like an backend value. It's like an what can we say, a backend value of the state actually. So for open it might be 1. Okay, close it might be 6. Okay, for escalated it might be like in 3 or 2. Okay, so this is what we are going to use it. Okay, in scripting also, where I have used this one, yeah, in schedule job. Okay, what we did in schedule job, we have created uh, sorry, what we did there, yeah, so we closed all the resolved states of an incident to close, right? So there we have set the value of it 6. State is equal to 6 in our script, right? So we are going to use like a backend value in a scripting and this kind of integration for the choice list. Okay, now unique key, what is the unique value? we are going to get like an collage also, right? For collage value is nothing but an incident ID. So if it is like an unique key, then only we can update it actually. So if it is not unique key, let's say example, now I'm sending this information. So this 622 with a state value 1. Okay. Later I'm sending with the same info, same ID with this different value here. Then what will happen? There will be like a duplicate values will be inserted in a third party. If it is like an unique key which we mentioned over there, okay, how many times I have sent it? Oh, no problem. This will be get updated instead of creating. Fine. Now, when should the update needs to be sent to the CAOT? When we need to send the information to the third party, when there is a change in incident state. Okay, for incident value, sorry, for incident ID, the state got changed, then we are going to hit the third party. What is the response body? If it is like 200 we get from them, so that is like an success. Is nothing but an created from there and or else updated from their side. And if you are receiving like an any error message from them, okay, that will be like an 500. Okay, HTTP status it is. Fine. Next, so this is like an timelines and all. This is not required for us like an point of view. It's for a learning point of view. Okay, so this is like an business point of view actually. If you want, you can have a look on this. Okay, so this is like an for first week we need to finish this one. For second week we need to finish this one. That's it. And then this is like an field backend value. I have told you right. For in Lenovo fields we have like an states. So states with backend value in a Lenovo side, and then CAOT states with backend value. So for open it is like an 10, for in progress it is like an 2, for escalated it is like an 11, resolve 6 and close 6. So the same will be applicable even in a CAOT. Sometimes it might vary. So based on the platform which they are using, okay, that will get changed. Okay, so in request body if it is like an see if it is like an 6 over here, then that will be like an resolve. If you send if you send here 11, that is like an escalated. Okay, so before only we are going to define this information to the CIOD and they are going to configure from there. And if you send like an 10, okay, in the request body, they just need to capture the open in their end. Okay, if you send like an 2, that is like an in progress. Okay, even they know these backend values as well to for easy identification. Okay, the next thing is like an done. We are done with this kind of thing. Okay, so now as of now clear, right? What is the requirement and how we need to do. So I'll show you how what I did actually. So as per this PPT, everything clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, what is the project I got? What is the requirement I got? And what is the things which we just need to what can we say? Go through it. Okay, and later what we need, and then what we just need to perform the implementation as well. Okay, so we'll go for like in what I did for this. Okay, so already in this slide we have mentioned already. So we need to create like an REST message. Okay, after creating like an REST message, we need to go for like an authentication, and later we need to go for like an business rules. That's it. If you perform these three now, then that is like an your job is done. Okay, now I'll go for like an REST message. What I have configured in a REST message now. Okay, so in left navigation, just give like a REST message. See in system web services, in outbound we have REST message. Okay, click on the REST message. Now see, so the REST message which I have created is nothing but state. The name start with state actually. Yeah, see, state change in Lenovo CAOT. So this is the REST message which I have created for this project. Okay, let me go there. Yeah, see, so we discussed this already, right? About the REST message, how you need to configure the prerequisites of endpoint, okay, and authentication, and then later HTTP methods, headers, request body, all the stuff. Right. So, for a brief, just like a brushing point of view, I'll give like a brief. It's like an explanation again. So this is the name which we are going to create. This is like an yeah, optional. It's like an it's not optional actually. It's Yavish. Okay, based on the requirement kind of thing, you can mention whatever you need. Okay, so description is nothing but the kind of information. It's like a requirement point of view. You can go ahead and write it over here for better understanding. That's it. Okay, this is like an endpoint. Okay, they are going to provide you like an where is the document? Did I open that? Okay, let me, yeah, okay. So here we have, right? So this is the information they are going to provide in the document actually, in a separate document. They will provide this information. I have showed you in the last class also, right? The document. Let me open that. Unis.
Kiran, have you sent this like in our mail also, this document? Because we will require, because when we will be doing this, we need some support, right?
Yeah, actually, I told you in the last class, I have given this also, right? I have put you in the chat as well, this.
Okay. No,
I
no, I
know
mean to
that.
say it is,
Mm-hmm, yeah.
if you know, you can remove the confidential data of Lenovo and just send us the document. That will also be useful, right? Right, because when we will be creating a separate integration thing, if this data is with us, it will be easy for us to at least for practice once some integration, right?
Yeah, I gave you in chat now. So what and all the prerequisites we need, so that you can.
Okay.
And then, what you are asking about the requirement point of your PPT, or else what you are asking?
Yeah, PPT, or actually for me it will be really helpful if I can get any document, because when if I go to take any requirement, if I know the data, I mean to say, like what all things are expected to put into a document, that will help me more.
Yeah, that only
Yeah.
I gave you in the chat actually. So if something like an integration was came up to your requirement based on your client, okay. So you make
Mhm.
sure these points should be there in the document. If something is missing from there, and immediately you can ask them.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
this is what, and the chart point of kind of information is only required for as a BA actually. So this is information. This information we just need to require from the third party. Okay, and the remaining and all is based on the requirement. It will vary, na.
Yeah, but one structure, if I have it with me, I can twist and turn. Na, that I mean to say, that's what I want to say.
Okay, I cannot send this as a document kind of thing, but you have the flexibility to go to the video recording video, right? So you can cross check over in
Okay.
the
Okay.
video.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got it. I got it, Kiran.
Yeah,
I got,
right.
yeah.
So I'm helping you, but in this manner.
Yeah, yeah, no problem. That's okay.
Yeah, fine then. This is like a confidential kind of thing, right? It should not go like an to the other kind of what can we say?
Yes, yes, yes. I got it.
Yeah.
That's why I actually said that if you can remove all the Lenovo stuff into that, and
If I
only, but it
remove
is okay.
Lenovo stuff now, what will happen? So it will be like a dumb now. It's only this kind of information will be. So these what can we say? Flow will be there. This will be removed. This will be removed. This will be removed. So now what will happen? Only these two objects with the two arrow marks and this rectangle kind of box will be there, right?
Okay.
So
No
these
problem.
stuff and all.
I'll, I'll
Mm,
I'll take it from the video. Kiran.
yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
understand. You can cross check this video as well. Mute the
Yes, yes,
video
yes.
and you can go ahead.
Sure, sure, sure.
Yeah. So now we are done with this requirement point of view. Now I'm going to show you like and how I have implemented. So see, first I have created like in one REST message over here. Here I have mentioned like an endpoint what they have given in the document. Okay, so here authentication is like an key. See here it, as of now it is like a no authentication because they came up with like an JWT token. So JWT token is nothing but one kind of authentication type of authentication actually. So JSON web token. So JSON web token is nothing but here we are going to generate a token for every 10 to 15 seconds. Okay, this will expire after 10 to 15 seconds. This is for like an high level of security actually. Okay, server's point of view, right? So what will happen? There, it's like a lot of business will be security. Yeah, so it's like an business risk will be very high if the uh, kind of authentication is like a not proper, if it is like a basic kind of thing. Okay, so username and password will be available. We know we discussed about authentication types as well, right? Basic, yeah, in the chart as well we have. Let me go here. Yeah, see here, basic, OAuth, and JWT. So we have like in three types of authentications kind of thing. Okay, so they might ask like in different also, but as of now, 90 5% of the clients will go for like an only basic OAuth and JWT. Okay, so they came up with like an JWT. So this we are going to create that token over here. Okay, if it is like an OAuth, even for the OAuth also it's like a token only. But here we are going to create like a profile in a JWT provider, and we are going to use like a profile in a authentication as well. So here, see here, if it's like an OAuth 2.0, I'm going to select the profile over here. Okay, but here JWT is not available. Okay, so we what I did is nothing but I have put this block of code in our business rule. I'll show you that as well. For time being, just will go for this thing. Okay, so what is the methods I am using here? Put only, put method which they have mentioned. Okay, so if I go for like what we need to do after creating this, we need to create the method, right? So for creating method, just click on new and go to next one. So again here you need to mention like an information what they have given in a document. Okay, so what's the name of the thing? So change state changed now, it's Yavish actually. And then what is the method? Put method. Okay, endpoint also you need to mention over here. Okay, now see, this is the a bit important now. Here we are going to use like an HTTP headers. They are going to provide you in the document as well. Okay, if not, if they are not providing the headers, okay, then you can go with the accept and content type. Okay, so content type is nothing but what kind of data which you are sending. It might be like in JSON format, Excel format, XML format, okay, raw data. So these kind of things will comes under content data. Okay, as of now we are using like a JSON format. JSON format looks like this actually within the flower braces with the codes, field name and field value. Okay, one more important interview question which they might ask is nothing but see here, this is like a dollar in flower braces with a field value. So this is like an declaring the value dynamically. So dynamically is nothing but whenever uh, the incident state got changed, automatically it will pick in a incident ID failed. Okay, it will send to the third party as well. Okay, so we know about like an hard code and dynamic, right? Hard code is nothing but giving the values here. Okay, let me give know this as well, right? This as well, this is a bit important. So hard code is nothing but just giving the value as it is and sending it. Okay, sending like this. Okay, dynamically is nothing but, so it will pick from the table whenever the condition got triggered. Okay, so the business tool will run. Okay, for what kind of, so it's like an for which incident the condition got triggered. Okay, it will pick the incident automatically and it will take dynamically. Okay, hard coding is nothing but you are giving manually. Okay, so here it is automatically picking from a business tool. So this is one of the interview question which they might ask, how to declare the field values dynamically. Just mention them with a dollar with a flower basis inside the field value. Okay, so here incident ID is nothing but in incident, this is what like an incident ID. This is a number. We need to map this number to incident ID, their field value to our field value. I'll show you that as well. This is what we are going to implement in the business room. Okay, once this rest message is done, I'll go for like a business room. Okay, now we are going to give like an content as well and headers. Okay, now this is like an test versions and all. This is like a test kind of thing. See, while testing, I got like an 400, 401, 500. Okay, so these are the error messages which I got. Okay, see, I got again finally 200. Okay, so if it is like 200, then the request body which you are sending, okay, the kind of information or data which you are sending to a third party is like success. If it is like in 200, then that is like in success because you received, they received the perfect the information from us. See, if I open this key, this is like an 200, this is a request body and this is a response. So this response will be triggered to the third party because they will receive this is what. Okay, so here alert ID, so with alert ID of this all the information with a, see here, incident ID with a status open. Okay, this information which they just need, and they configure this kind of extra information as well for better understanding and for better it's like an interacting. Okay, so they are giving like an impact and urgency information as well, deployment ID. So this is not i- required for our end. Okay, but from for them they, that is like important. So but we are sending these two information to the third party. Okay, see, this is the endpoint which they have mentioned, and HTTP status is like a 200 is like a success status, and content is this is what we are sending, and response is this is what. Okay, so now we are done with like a REST message. So we after conference